having the opportunity to come and work here is a life dream of mine, dream job, you might call. Being able to regenerate an area, bring it back to its natural state, or even, in this case, have plants from all around Australia deal with and plant out. It's wonderful, to be honest with you.
We are changing our focus to put the scientific, which includes the conservation and preservation, to the top of the list. This is basically because we are, as most people know, we are a little bit off the track. If we were on a highway, we'd probably take a different approach, but we look at it and say, well, our isolation can work for us rather than against us. Our intention is that conservation projects and the future projects will then allow visitors to come and see those plants and encourage visitation that way. Currently, we have two main projects ongoing, which are that of the Swainstone erector, which is a native plant to this area, which we have put a large 14-acre enclosed area in place, keep it free from vermin and other herbivores. And the secondly is a plant called the Sierra obcordata, which we hold about 80 seedlings which we're going to plant out within that enclosed area. Swainstone erector is critically endangered, and the Sierra obcordata again is critically endangered. Conserving those, especially it being a local plant, is very important to us.
Well, I've always been a naturalist in my early days. A few years back we were financed by the New South Wales department that owns the land, and they cut the funding.
We're trying very hard to look after the collection of plants, and some of them are rare and endangered, and a lot of them are from Western Australia. We feel we're doing something really worthwhile.
But we only have a working force of about 3 or 4.
I'll be focusing mainly in the nursery to begin with, getting the right gene going for certain areas around the 400 acre.
I'm also very proud of the way Fern Gully has stood up over the 3 years of drought, whereby it's now become its own viable ecosystem without the full canopy being in place, as was the original plan. Now we've redeveloped that plan. Fern Gully is thriving, and I think that everybody that saw it today would understand that it is thriving. And that, to go 3 years in one of the most brutal droughts in the world and not lose a plant down there this is an arid area, and they are all semi-tropical plants, and we didn't lose one.
Trying to get people to realise that money must be coming from the public if we can't get it from the government. I trust the Arboretum as a sort of a plant bank, so that we're salvaging plants that might be wiped out elsewhere. There's so much country being bulldozed and ruined. The koalas know this just as well as the plant people know it, and it's just hoping that as the years go by, this place still exists and things can be regenerated.
We feel that we want future generations to have this collection here.